I've only been eating meat for beef, fundamentally, for almost 5 years now. I never imagined in my wildest dreams, number one, that you could just live on meat, and number two, that it would have such a salutary effect. So for me, guy lost 52 pounds in 7 months.
Did you know that 93% of the following carnivores who died reported improvements in their overall health? Imagine a diet so simple that you never have to count calories, track macros, or second-guess your meals. Just eat meat and thrive. The carnivore diet isn't just another low-carb trend. It's a bold return to humanity's ancestral way of eating. By cutting out all plant-based foods and focusing solely on animal products, followers claim to experience rapid fat loss, boundless energy, and even relief from chronic illnesses. But is this extreme approach the key to optimal health, or just another dietary experiment? Let's explore the science, benefits, and potential pitfalls of the all-meat lifestyle by Jordan Peterson, someone who did really experience it. Imagine shedding excess weight without the frustration of calorie counting, portion control, or constant cravings. The carnivore diet offers a radical yet straightforward approach to weight loss, one that focuses entirely on animal-based foods while eliminating all plant-based carbohydrates. By cutting out sugars, grains, and even vegetables, your body shifts into a fat-burning state, relying on protein and healthy fats for energy instead of glucose. Advocates claim this method not only leads to rapid weight loss, but also helps regulate appetite, reduce inflammation, and improve overall metabolic health. With high-protein meals that keep you full for hours, the carnivore diet naturally curbs cravings and prevents the blood sugar spikes that often lead to overeating. Many followers report dramatic fat loss, increased muscle definition, and a newfound sense of energy, all without the need for complex meal plans or restrictive calorie tracking.
And so when I've talked to many people who've lost like 100 pounds in a year, because they come to my talks, and who are just beside themselves, so to speak, as a consequence of experimenting with this diet.
The carbohydrate trap. Why we're getting fatter. For decades, we've been told that carbohydrates are the foundation of a healthy diet. From breakfast cereals to whole grain breads, pasta, and rice, carbs dominate our meals because they're marketed as essential fuel. But the reality is that most people consume far more carbohydrates than their bodies actually need, leading to weight gain, energy crashes, and metabolic issues. When we eat excess carbs, our blood sugar spikes, prompting the release of insulin, a hormone that helps store sugar as energy. However, when these stores fill up, the excess is converted into fat. Over time, constant carb consumption leads to insulin resistance, making it harder for the body to burn fat efficiently. Instead of using stored fat for energy, we become trapped in a cycle of cravings, overeating, and sluggish metabolism. This carb dependency isn't just a result of personal choices. It's a consequence of food industry trends and outdated nutritional guidelines. The rise of processed, high-carb foods, often cheap, convenient, and addictive, has made it harder than ever to avoid unnecessary sugars and refined grains. As a result, obesity and metabolic disorders have skyrocketed despite widespread efforts to promote healthy, low-fat, high-carb diets. The carnivore diet challenges this modern reliance on carbohydrates, eliminating them entirely. Carbs do provide a very inexpensive source of calories. On the contrary, here is animal-based foods like meat that not everyone can afford them. By switching to a diet based on protein and healthy fats, the body no longer relies on glucose for energy and instead turns to stored fat as its primary fuel source. Generally, one of the biggest struggles in weight management is hunger. Most diets fail because they leave people feeling constantly deprived, leading to cravings, overeating, and eventual weight regain. However, meat stands out as a unique food that naturally reduces hunger, making it one of the most effective choices for sustained energy and weight control. Meat is rich in high-quality protein and healthy fats, two essential macronutrients that play a crucial role in satiety. Protein takes longer to digest than carbohydrates, keeping you full for hours and preventing the rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes that lead to cravings. Fats further enhance this effect by slowing digestion and providing a steady, long-lasting energy source. Unlike carb-heavy meals, which often leave people hungry soon after eating, a meal centered around meat satisfies the body's needs more efficiently. This is why people on high-protein, low-carb diets such as the carnivore diet often report effortlessly eating less without feeling deprived. They naturally consume fewer calories because their bodies are well-nourished and free from the roller coaster of hunger signals caused by carbohydrate fluctuations. Beyond its ability to curb hunger, meat is also packed with essential vitamins and minerals that support overall health. It provides a rich source of iron, B vitamins, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids, all of which play a vital role in energy production, brain function, and muscle maintenance. Jordan Peterson explains that when he met people before and after the carnivore diet, it seemed like an extra person was in their bodies.
The advantage, too, of the diet, the carnivore diet in particular, is because you can eat as much as you want. It's actually not a diet.
One of the most attractive aspects of the carnivore diet is that it doesn't feel like a diet in the traditional sense. Unlike most diets that demand constant restriction, portion control, or cutting out your favorite foods, the carnivore diet offers a sense of freedom. There's no need to obsess over calories, track every bite, or constantly say no to foods you love. Instead, it's all about eating as much as you want, as long as it's animal-based. While typical diets focus on prevention, telling you what not to eat, and placing strict limitations on your intake, the carnivore diet takes the opposite approach. You're encouraged to eat meat, fish, eggs, and animal fats until you're satisfied without the nagging feeling of deprivation. This is because animal products, particularly meat, are incredibly satiating. The high protein and fat content naturally curb hunger, meaning you won't constantly be battling cravings. On many diets, hunger is the enemy. You're often hungry between meals, and that can lead to snacking or even giving up on the diet altogether. But with the carnivore diet, the focus is on nourishment, not restriction. The body's needs are met with nutrient-dense, filling foods that keep you energized and satisfied for longer periods. Instead of preventing yourself from eating, you're choosing what nourishes you most effectively: meat. This lack of restriction is one of the reasons the carnivore diet has gained popularity. There's no need to constantly monitor what you're eating or feel like you're missing out on foods you enjoy. You can focus on eating to your hunger cues without feeling guilty. It's less about denying yourself and more about embracing a diet that works with your body's natural rhythms, allowing you to feel full, satisfied, and healthier. We've all been there. When you're not hungry, a trip to the grocery store feels like a casual outing. You wander through aisles, maybe pick up a snack or two, but you're not overwhelmed by cravings. Everything looks good, but you're not driven to devour it. But when you're starving, the situation flips. Suddenly, all your favorite foods seem irresistible. That bag of chips, the sugary treats, and the ready-made meals are all calling your name, and resisting them feels impossible. This dynamic is tied to how our bodies react to hunger. When we're starving, our instincts kick in, and we're drawn to calorie-dense, quick energy foods like carbs and sugar. It's an ancient survival mechanism designed to replenish the body fast. Unfortunately, this can lead to overeating and poor food choices, often resulting in weight gain or unhealthy spikes in blood sugar. Here's where the carnivore diet changes things. By focusing on protein and fats from animal-based foods, the carnivore diet helps stabilize hunger signals and keep you feeling full for hours. High-protein meals, especially meat, are incredibly satiating. They reduce the rapid swings in blood sugar that typically leave you feeling famished and vulnerable to cravings. On this diet, you're less likely to experience those intense, out-of-control moments of hunger. The carnivore diet, which focuses exclusively on animal-based foods, is gaining attention not just for the potential health benefits, but also for its impact on mental clarity, concentration, and the ability to study more effectively and efficiently. While it might seem like a drastic approach to nutrition, many people who adopt the carnivore diet report experiencing sharper focus and sustained energy levels, which can significantly improve their productivity when it comes to reading and studying. One of the main reasons the carnivore diet can help with concentration is that it stabilizes blood sugar levels. Traditional diets that include carbs and sugars often lead to energy spikes and crashes, which can disrupt focus. On the carnivore diet, the absence of carbohydrates means no blood sugar fluctuations. Instead, the body relies on a steady stream of fat and protein for energy, which helps keep the mind clear and alert for longer periods. This steady energy supply is particularly useful during long study sessions, as it reduces the chances of fatigue or distractions caused by fluctuating energy levels.
I actually think this is true. I think I can read faster and more efficiently than I could when I was in my 20s. And I was pretty good at it when I was in my 20s.
Additionally, many people on the carnivore diet experience an increase in mental clarity. This can be attributed to the removal of foods that might cause inflammation or digestive discomfort, such as grains, sugars, and processed foods. For some individuals, these foods can lead to bloating, brain fog, or mood swings, issues that can interfere with concentration. By eliminating these foods, the carnivore diet can help reduce inflammation in both the body and the brain, making it easier to focus and think clearly. With less physical discomfort and mental distractions, studying or reading becomes a more immersive and productive experience. Another key factor is the nutrient density of animal products. Meat, fish, eggs, and dairy are rich in essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, B vitamins, iron, and zinc, all of which play a crucial role in brain function. Omega-3 fatty acids, for instance, are vital for maintaining cognitive health and improving memory, while B vitamins are necessary for energy production in the brain. By consuming a diet rich in these nutrients, your brain has the resources it needs to function at its best, which could lead to better concentration and retention of information. The simplicity of the carnivore diet can also have an indirect impact on concentration. Because it eliminates the complexity of meal planning, there are fewer food choices to think about. Many people find that it frees up mental space for more important tasks, like focusing on their studies. When your brain isn't distracted by constant decisions about what to eat, you can devote more energy to the task at hand.
I wake up in the morning with a stable mood, and my mood doesn't vary much throughout the day. I'm also much more stress tolerant and able to bounce back from stressors faster.
The food pyramid has been a staple in dietary guidelines for decades, presenting a clear structure that prioritizes grains, fruits, and vegetables while limiting fats and proteins. Its foundation is built on the idea that carbohydrates, particularly those from grains, should make up the majority of our diet. But as research has evolved, many have come to realize that this model oversimplifies our nutritional needs and doesn't account for the complex ways our bodies respond to different foods. In fact, the very structure of the pyramid has contributed to rising levels of obesity, metabolic issues, and heart disease, all of which stem from over-consuming refined grains and sugars. In contrast, the carnivore diet flips the food pyramid on its head. Instead of focusing on carbohydrates, it places animal-based foods, primarily meat, fish, eggs, and animal fats, at the center of nutrition. The carnivore diet removes all plant-based foods, including fruits, vegetables, and grains, and instead emphasizes the nutrient-dense qualities of animal products. This approach challenges the conventional belief that carbs, especially grains, should form the bulk of our meals. Instead, it relies on the idea that protein and fats are not only more satiating, but also more essential for optimal health.
Pyramid doesn't work. We've already tried it.
It's upside down.
What?
Well, people have been incentivized to withhold truth because of the whole cancel culture that we've got going on.
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Don't even get me
sure.
started on that, because that food pyramid really messed up my own personal health.
Where the food pyramid advises us to fill our plates with high-carb, low-fat options, the carnivore diet advocates for a more primal way of eating, focusing on the very foods that fuel humans for thousands of years. It's based on the premise that many of the modern diseases tied to overeating and poor metabolic health are a direct result of excessive carbohydrate consumption. With the carnivore diet, the focus shifts to eating until you're full, without the need to worry about calorie counting or feeling deprived. Instead of experiencing the blood sugar spikes and crashes that often follow a carb-heavy meal, followers of the carnivore diet typically find more sustained energy and reduced hunger. While the food pyramid was designed to offer a balanced approach to healthy eating, it largely ignored the importance of healthy fats and proteins, instead encouraging excessive reliance on grains and low-fat dairy. The carnivore diet, by cutting out all carbohydrates, offers a fresh perspective, one that aligns more closely with the way our bodies were designed to function. It's a reminder that not all dietary guidelines are created equal, and sometimes it's worth challenging the conventional wisdom to find a path that truly works for you.
Our bodies are, in fact, composed of food that we ate.
The carnivore diet is a radical departure from the typical way we think about food. It's a return to simplicity, stripping away the noise of modern nutrition and focusing on the basics: nutrient-dense, animal-based foods. By eliminating carbohydrates, grains, and sugars, the carnivore diet challenges the conventional food pyramid, offering a new path to better health for those who feel let down by traditional dietary advice. For many, this all-meat approach has been nothing short of transformative, with benefits ranging from weight loss and improved energy to clearly thinking and reducing inflammation. It's not about following trends or counting calories, it's about listening to your body and finding the foods that fuel it best. But like any bold lifestyle shift, it's not for everyone. The carnivore diet is a journey of discovery, and it may not be sustainable for the long haul for all individuals. Still, for those willing to embrace it, it offers a chance to break free from the constant carb-craving cycle and reclaim a more intuitive way of eating. It's not just a diet, it's a reawakening of how we nourish ourselves, reconnecting to a simpler, more primal way of life. Hope you find the right lifestyle to save your well-being. Thank you for watching this video.